I say that we're introducing this to the Washington community because this is intended to impact voters and to have voters impact candidates around the country. And as you all know, we don't have a congressman or senators here in Washington, D.C., so we're introducing to you. We've actually launched already in Florida 2 weeks ago and in Ohio last week, and so we are on our way. So this is an effort led by individuals, funded by friends and family, as every startup is. Coming as I do from AOL, I know the startups start with friends and family money, and that's where we are. But we will be enlarging our operations over the course of the next 2 years, and we intend to have an impact in the 2012 presidential campaign and in the races associated in that year. We are a national advocacy campaign, an advocacy network committed to stopping this disease by 2020. I want you to walk away today thinking three things. Alzheimer's is a grave and growing challenge to this nation based upon the number of people affected as victims, as caregivers, as family members, as friends, and the cost to America is enormous and escalating rapidly as aging in America is the greatest threat to our fiscal stability and health in our aging populations is the most significant element. So voters care about this, and you'll hear from our poll that voters care a lot, they care strongly, and even when reminded that we are in a time of operating deficits and a national balance sheet which is in trouble, and that we're in times of economic stress in this country, they say this is a priority with them, and this is a matter on which they will vote. First, the problem. This is a healthcare crisis of our generation and the next generation. In just a few decades, the number of families is going to be 13.5 million that have this disease, and the cost of Alzheimer's disease is escalating rapidly and will cost this nation $2 trillion between now and 2020. This is the pace at which we are going to grow the population that is a victim of Alzheimer's over the next 40 years. So it's 5.1 million today of Americans that have this disease over 65. It will rise to 13.5 million. During that period, close to 20 million people will die of this disease. 10 million baby boomers, the 5 million you see that have it today, and another 5 million that are currently over 65 that will die between now and 2050. So even as that curve rises from 5 to 13.5 million people, there are 20 million people that will die of this disease during that time span. This is the cost to the nation of taking care of the victims of this disease. Now at $172 billion to American families and taxpayers, rising over the course of the next 40 years to $1 trillion a year. That sums in the next 10 years to $2 trillion and over 40 years to $20 trillion. This is how much we're spending to stop those costs. You can't see that red line. This is how much NIH is investing each year. We actually have this on this chart at about 430 million, and we had it actually rising at the pace of inflation, but we're being told that that number is coming down next year, and it's going to be coming down in 2 or 3 years and for the foreseeable future. So we do not have a choice on the fact that we're spending money on Alzheimer's. The question is whether we're spending money to stop it, as opposed to spending money on caring for the victims. We're building nursing homes at a faster rate than any time in our history. We are, in Jonas Salk's world, we're manufacturing iron lungs. We should be developing a cure. We are releasing a poll today that says voters care about this issue. It is striking to us as we talk to voters about exactly what they thought about this disease. What was most striking is that a staggering 77% of people say they've been touched by this disease, either because they have it in their family, which is about a quarter of those surveyed say they have it in their family, or a close friend or a friend of them. So we know that this is a widely impacted disease. 68% of those people will say, hey, they prefer a candidate that will support this focus on this disease on the part of Congress, and 88% of Americans say it's important for Congress to do that. So we're here today to introduce this effort to all of you in this community, to those I know who care about this in this community, in the hope that you will join us in this campaign as we go forward. And as I said, this is not a 1 year, not a 2-year effort. This will be a sustained effort over a period of time, and it will operate in the end, we believe and hope, in all 50 states. We are starting in 5 states this fall with field operations, with launches there in 2. We will be launching in 3 more by Election Day, and then we're off to the races, and we'll continue this effort.